All right, so I guess we'll kick off with what everybody's been waiting to hear. Um, how was the trip to South Carolina?
It was really fun. Just started with a drive, of course. I think it's about 7 hours, including having to charge the car. That
Yeah,
took about like an hour 15 maybe.
yeah. So it
Yeah,
seemed like it's a more of an inconvenience to stop and
yeah,
charge rather than pump gas in a
yeah. It really is.
non-electric car.
Yeah, it really made me realize how like much more inconvenient it is.
Yeah,
And then since it's cold, my battery efficiency's worse,
yeah,
so I have to charge more often.
yeah. Because pretty much everything uses the battery
Yeah, like
in the Tesla. So
heated, like yeah, everything.
yeah. So what? Yeah, you and Boston do half and half.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Just I think we switched every stop. So I drove like to the first stop, and then he drove to the second one, and I just drove to the end.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, so what all did y'all do down there or up there, shall I say?
The first day we got there, it was probably around 5, maybe maybe 6 when we got there, and we just chilled for a second, and then we went to this little like kind of boardwalk area, and there was a Ripley's there, and we went in there,
Mm-hmm.
and we got done there probably about like probably 8:30, and then we went to some like hibachi place to go eat. It was really nice.
Yeah, okay. So I know it was cool to see Matez again. I know it
Yeah.
had been a while since y'all seen each other and hang
Hmm.
out and chill and all that, huh?
Yeah, it was great getting to see him again.
Yeah. Okay. Well, cool. And then Matez came back down this way too with
Yeah,
y'all.
he stayed until today.
Okay, he went
Yeah.
back home today.
Hmm.
Gotcha. Man, I'm still full off this dang
Me
meal we
too.
just made. So yeah, for man, Trey threw down today. He made steak, baked potato. We had stuffed mushrooms.
Hmm.
So speaking of that, like what inspired you to start cooking, man? Because it seemed like it came out of nowhere. It was like we cooking, we feeding you and all that. The next thing you know, it's like you went to culinary art school or something.
It sounds kind of weird, but I think it was like maybe summer, like before junior year started. We were at
Hmm.
like Thomas's house, and we didn't have nothing to eat, and he had some steaks in there, and we just looked up how to cook steak, and we had like a little competition between the four of us to see who could make the better steak. So yeah, I
So
learned how
you
to make steak.
pretty much Googled your cooking skills.
Yeah. And then like we all like loved cooking, so we all started like buying stuff to cook at his house to eat.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So that time when you told me I was having that competition, you sent
Hmm.
me a picture of that steak.
Hmm.
Was that the first time?
I think that was the first time.
No way,
Uh huh.
because that steak looked perfect.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, but then ever since then you just kind of took it and ran with it. I know
Yeah.
one of my favorite things that you make for me is that chicken Alfredo, man.
Yeah.
Like that is delicious.
Yeah. I think everything that I've made for y'all, for you or mom, I've cooked first at Thomas's house. Like I learned how to make breakfast, the chicken Alfredo, tacos, and steak at his house.
So everything you go in the lab at Thomas' house, and then you
Yeah.
come on out and feed me and your mama. That's what's up, man. Yeah, but you definitely do really good, man,
Hmm.
with cooking and everything. So which is a life skill, man.
Oh
Like you
yeah.
gotta have that, be able to cook your own food, take care of
Hmm.
yourself. Especially
Yeah, definitely.
yeah. You got one more year of school. You got college coming. I remember, man, when me and my boys we was in college, we survived off a George Foreman grill. Man, we put everything on that grill, man, and it was right there in our dorm room. So it's like
Yeah.
we'll buy stuff. We had that grill fired up almost
Hmm.
24/7. Like that literally was our lifeline in
Yeah, that's
college,
all you
man.
need, really.
Yep.
Spending more money going out to eat every night.
Yep. Yeah. Then back then, we didn't have money like that to go
Yeah.
out and buy food all the time and eat
Hmm.
out and stuff like that. So we just our two main necessities was that George Foreman grill and PlayStation 3.
That's really all I need.
Yep. Yeah, man. Well, like so, I always post us, like whether it's cooking or working out, just things
Hmm.
that me and you do as father and son, man. Cause like I adore our relationship. the things that we do. But one of the comments I always get when I post you, no matter what we doing, somebody always comment about your hair. like your waves,
Yeah.
man. Like you got some deep waves in your head. And I
Mhm.
remember when you was young, man. You was a
I know I
baby
had
and
like
growing
that
up.
longer curly hair. I seen pictures.
Yeah, it was just
It's
all
weird.
straight curls,
And then it got my hair got like tighter for some reason.
it was like after you started, when you was old enough to start going to the barbershop with me, and
Mm.
we finally got it cut. The first day it was like ever since then, like it kind of changed,
Yeah.
your hair structure and things like that. And then I remember a few years back, it was almost like naturally wavy.
Yeah. It was. I've always had like naturally wavy hair, just like as long as it's laid down.
Yeah, but even though it was what we call it, we say you got that good hair. Yeah, but you got a whole process of getting them as deep as you got them, and
Hmm.
to the way you have them now. So like for somebody that don't have waves or somebody that want waves, like can you kind of explain the process? I know it's a lengthy process because
Yeah.
I look in your bathroom, man. You got like 3 or 4 brushes, different do rags. Like you got a whole process. So kind of tell the people like what you do from start to finish.
um. Well, really. So like, if you want waves, but you know your hair is curly, you have to have curly hair. Of course, you can't have straight hair.
Mm-hmm.
Like no matter what type of curl you have, you can have waves. It's just gonna be more difficult depending on your hair type.
Mm-hmm.
But really, the first thing you want to do if you have it like picked out in the afro or something, you want to get some good shampoo and then do a good scramble wash in the shower first, and then put more shampoo in your hair, but leave it there and get a detangler brush and just brush in like all your in the pattern that you want, either like straight like
Mm-hmm.
mine. I have 360. They call it like kind of like a honeycomb
Mm-hmm.
because the way the my crown it spreads out from my crown,
Yep.
and then there's 720 where it goes in a swirl. So I have 360, so I just go
Gotcha.
like this, and then 720s like this. But yeah, you brush out like that, and then you want to keep the shampoo in your hair, lay it down with a do rag, and then wash that shampoo out.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you've done that, you and your hair is dry, you take it off, comb it out in that pattern, and then put some like hair moisturizer, like hair butter,
Mm-hmm.
and then some like castor oil, and then brush it with. And then my three different brushes, I have a hard brush, a medium brush, and a soft brush. And the hard brush is for when your hair is longer. And like, and then it's crazy too. Like, it's kind of annoying when you have waves
Mm-hmm.
and you tell people that your hair is like kind of long. No one believes you because it's always laid down.
Yep.
Because I could pick out my hair out right now and not have an afro.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, man. I was gonna, like, cause your hair is thick. Like
Mm-hmm.
when it's laid down, and after you take the do rag off,
Mm-hmm.
it don't look as thick as it
No, not
really
at
is. It
all.
just look, wavy,
Mm-hmm.
shiny, and laid down. But you right, when you pick it out, man, like it look like you get down there
Yeah, like I'm
braided.
sure there has been points where I just pick out my hair and it can be straight braided then.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, so it is time consuming. So
yeah,
how
it's really
long do
time
you actually
consuming.
have to brush your hair? Like, but one thing I see about people with waves, they always brushing their head.
Mm-hmm. Well, really, when you first start out, you need to do at least like 45 minutes a day
Yeah.
just to like get your hair trained.
Mm-hmm.
But like once your hair is like more elite and trained, then you can go like 15 minutes of brushing a day.
Gotcha.
Just make sure you stay consistent though. If you're not consistent, your hair's gonna lose it.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, man, you getting older. You 16 now. You pretty much have always got everything you wanted, and things like that. So speaking of Christmas, now that you're at the age that you are now, the path that you're on, the things you want to accomplish. So obviously Christmas next week. So what was all on your Christmas wish list this year at this age?
This year, I just wanted a laptop. That was it, pretty much.
Yeah. So it definitely changes over the
Mm-hmm.
years from, a lot of
Yeah.
different things to, kind of more unique,
Mm-hmm.
items and
Yeah.
things
More
like
like
that. So,
specialized things.
yeah. But is it this laptop? Is it a special kind of laptop? I know you wanted something like to help with engineering and things like that going into college and everything?
Yeah, because with engineering, like the programs that you have to run, like AutoCAD or like SolidWorks,
Mm-hmm.
they're like 3D modeling programs and like rendering, and like you can like test your models and like once they move. That's kind of like intensive on the computer's internals.
Mm-hmm.
So you need more of like a higher end computer, like even like a gaming laptop. That's what
Yeah.
everybody recommends because it's
Okay.
like perfect for it. So yeah,
Gotcha. But then you were saying that you couldn't run certain software on the Mac operating
yeah,
system.
because Macs use like a different processor. They have like their own like processor, like Mac processor,
Mm-hmm.
and then just like Mac software that it just can't run certain programs.
Gotcha. So iOS don't run those certain programs. I
Yeah.
gotcha. Yeah, because we pretty much we all Apple everything.
Yeah. I wanted that MacBook at first until I realized, which I'm glad I did realize before it was too late.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so things really have changed, man, when you get into your wish list
Mhm.
now compared to last year or the year before because I can't remember if it was last year or maybe the year before, but you were so caught up on cologne. Like
Yeah.
you got a huge cologne collection, man. So actually do you remember how many bottles of cologne you still got?
I think it's at least 25, I believe.
Yeah.
It might be, since last time I checked, it was 25. It might be like upwards of 30.
Yeah. Yeah, this man got so much cologne. Like the cologne, how he wears it, what dictates what he wears as far as clothing or the weather outside, the temperature, where he's going. So it's a different cologne
Mhm.
for each scenario.
Yeah.
Can you give us a couple examples? So just say this time of year, what's probably the best cologne to go with?
Well, in the colder times of the year, you're gonna want something more like sweet, kind of like woody,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like not. You don't want something fresh in the winter because it just don't match really.
Yeah.
'Cause, like when you think of winter, you think of like a fireplace or something, and
Yeah.
like sitting in like a restaurant drinking some coffee or something.
Gotcha. Yeah. So that the
Mm,
type of cologne
yeah,
kind of matches
yeah,
the
something
season.
kind of like darker, more smoother, kind of.
Yeah. So when typically the cologne you buy, so I know you got an array of them,
Mm-hmm.
even to, really expensive bottles.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are you using it multiple times a day or obviously certain cologne may
Mm-hmm.
last pretty much all day. What is your, so if you can give me three, what's your top three picks?
Um. Okay, so for say like summer,
Mm-hmm.
I like Acqua di Gio Profumo, and then winter I say Parfums de Marly Ojon, and then just one more. I'd probably go with Parfums de Marly Leighton because that can be like summer or winter, kind of like
Gotcha.
autumn.
Okay. Yeah, I think I got maybe 6 bottles of cologne that I keep in
Yeah,
rotation.
you have a good collection. You can like do whatever you want with all the
Hmm.
ones you have.
Yeah, cause and I kind of rank mine from like a everyday type wear
Mm-hmm.
to,
Yeah.
hey, if this a special date night or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So I got a bottle that kind of fit whatever's
Yeah.
going on in my life at that particular time.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think I can manage 25, 30
Well,
bottles.
really, what you have is all you really need with a cologne collection.
Yeah,
You don't need like 25, 30.
gotcha. Okay. So while y'all out of school for the next couple weeks, do y'all have any more plans, or how you plan on spending the rest of your break?
Probably just gonna have just some random hangouts with friends whenever, just whenever we feel like it. And then I know I have like right before school starts, January 3rd. School starts on the 4th. I have like this robotics meeting I have to go to.
Gotcha. Okay. And then while we out, we too, I know you brought up that we need to kind of hit a little bit more things in the community, get you some more
Mm,
community service hours and
yeah.
things like that. So now may be a good time to make some donations, go out and
Mm,
help with some things out in the community while you got the time to do so.
yeah. And then really like the like outside of like extracurriculars thing is I meant more like I need more like outside like experience in it to like show that like I'm actually interested in it.
Right.
Because like my extracurricular or like my school stuff and like everything connected to school, that's like perfect already. Like I have
Yeah.
everything I need with that. I just need something outside of school, like outside of clubs and all that.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. And then it's something that you can easily fall in love with, man, because obviously you don't want to be doing it just say to get hours
Yeah,
or
no.
for school. You want to be doing stuff out the goodness of your heart.
Mm-hmm.
You want to
Definitely.
be able, if God bless you, you want to be able to use what God bless you with to bless other people. It's a
Mm-hmm.
continuous cycle. We reap what we sow. It's better to give than it is to receive.
Mm-hmm.
So to be able to help people, man. Because one thing that I realized in like doing a lot of charity and doing these events and all things like that, man, like it's a certain type of satisfaction that you get
Yeah.
from helping somebody else that is almost unexplicable. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's almost like you can't explain that feeling.
Yeah.
It's a feeling of gratitude for one because you able to take what you have
Mm-hmm.
and it don't necessarily have to be material things or money. Like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes people need time. Sometimes
Yeah.
people need conversation. Sometimes people just need a hug.
Mm-hmm.
Like the world we live in today, man, it's like, when I talk to people, it's almost like everybody's struggling. Everybody's got issues. Everybody's got things going on. And sometimes just to be the person that somebody can call and just
Mm-hmm.
vent to, you don't even have to say a word. That's giving in itself. You'll be
Yeah.
surprised at how much people appreciate things
Yeah.
like
I
that.
think it's really just that feeling of being able to make someone else happier that makes you feel happy.
Yep, yep. In turns, it makes you happy,
Mm-hmm.
and that is all these books and stuff that I read. And one thing that's kind of been common is amongst most successful people is when you help others become successful, you become more successful.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people try to hold on to their knowledge and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But again, like the Bible says, the more you give, the more you receive. So like you being able to help other people accomplish their goals, in turn, it just allows you to accomplish all of your goals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So how's you still got a love life?
No.
Oh God,
Um,
yeah. But yeah, it is what it is, man. You're in
mm-hmm.
high school, so y'all go through these ups and downs, these
Yeah.
waves and things like that. You know what I mean? So that's just part of it, part of living
Yeah.
and learning.
I mean, it's never been something like super special to me anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it's just high school.
Yeah, it happens, man. It's life all about experiences
Mm-hmm.
most times, no matter what that is. Whether it's love, financial, work, it's all about experience. The more
Mm-hmm.
experience you have, the more you can have and take to build on your knowledge and your legacy going forward. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. But one thing that I've learned and that I'm real happy, to be a father, man, because like I made a lot of mistakes in my life. I done a lot of things wrong. I didn't come from a background of just straight coaching and my family. I always do the best that they can.
Mm-hmm.
Most people do, but like just to have the resources um that you have,
Mm-hmm.
like it makes a big difference. It's like, so me being able to learn from my mistakes, but I'm 41 now, so my 20s, my 30s, like I screwed up a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but like one of my goals for you was to be able to help you to be ahead of the game, so it's like to take my experience and my failures and instill those in you so you don't make those mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
you know we all go our own paths and things like that, man, but one of the greatest things that a piece of advice, we learn from our mistakes, but it's so much greater when you can learn from other people's mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm incredibly grateful that for that. It like, it may not like seem that I'm always grateful for everything that y'all give me, but I hope y'all know that I really am. And yeah, but what you were saying, yeah, just like everybody goes on their own path, but still everyone needs guidance, really.
For sure, for sure, and and that's what.
And that's what I get from you and mom.
Yeah, yep. We all we got.
Hmm.
Yeah, but family's a big thing, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Especially to have somebody there to support you and just be there for you no matter what you do, man. And it's like we always have, from you know little league to things that are not sports activities to whatever you do in school to being in the class for birthday parties or Valentine's Day or whatever it is, we gonna be there,
hmm,
because it just makes a big difference, because it's one thing to be able to buy you stuff, but to actually be there, I think that just holds so much greater weight, man. When you
yeah,
can,
definitely.
yeah, if you in the event, if you can look around in the stands, you see your mom and dad, or somebody you could run to and talk to, because like you'd be surprised at how many kids don't have that in their life.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I'm also grateful that I'm able to have my parents' time, because like a lot of kids, they'll have their parents' money, but they don't really have their parents around them
yeah,
for like support. And then I'm
yeah,
really close with you and mom, of course,
yeah,
and
yeah,
which I'm very grateful.
yeah. Yeah, you definitely hit the nail on the head there, man. Like time,
Hmm.
time. And then, and I could probably speak for your mom too. I think that was one of our main reasons of, going into business on
Hmm.
our own. It's not about money, it's the freedom of time. Like I didn't want to be that dad that missed your games or missed your events
Hmm.
because dad's always at work. I didn't want that to be your description of me or her,
Hmm.
my parents are always working,
Yeah.
and didn't have time for you. So
Hmm.
the number one goal was freedom of time, and that time was to dedicate to you.
Hmm.
Yep. So, all right. Well, speaking of time, so I know we wanted to spend the rest of our night doing something we done did over the years. So, like we big Stranger Things people, man. So
Oh
we
yeah.
gonna kind of binge Stranger Things tonight. And man, it's crazy. I think this the fifth season,
Hmm.
and like we was talking about, we done watched the characters grow up as you've grown
Yeah.
up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like y'all done aged together, man. It's one of our favorite shows. But I know it's been out for a few weeks now, but we just now finally getting the opportunity to chill and hang out
Hmm.
and actually watch it and enjoy it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, well that's it, man. That's episode 2, y'all. We'll catch y'all next week.
All right.